I want to say this before y'all get off. I'm glad that y'all did get on. A young lady commented under one of our posts the other day, and she said how she's a single mother, and she was still waiting, but she was told by her ex that she would never find anybody because she's single with children. And I just want to say, because I, of course, spoke life into her, but I want to say that you all are also a testimony of, it doesn't matter what you've gone through in your past. It doesn't matter if you have children. It doesn't matter, what's happened. Whatever God has for you, that's for you. And so, you all coming on here was definitely, Cammie put in the comments, was God ordained today. And it really was, because, what you all shared was much needed on our live. Like we said, we don't know it all, but we love hearing from people that have that wisdom. And so I know that there's single women on here. I know that there's women who have been divorced, even women that are married. And so just to hear, your testimony of what you all went through, and the fact that God put you all together and he knew exactly what y'all needed for one another. And y'all have lasted these 14 going on 14 years, and gonna be a lot more than that. That's amazing to hear that, because you were married before for 13 years, but you came out of that, and now you're in a longer marriage that's gonna last you forever with the person you need to be with. So I think that it doesn't matter what we've gone through in the past or what that past relationship looked like. God can make all things new. And I just think that I thank y'all, because y'all are really a testimony of that. And I'm really full off of y'all. I'm glad that y'all.
Yeah, I am too.
I really am.
I am too. We appreciate y'all, speaking to us, and speaking those 20 years over us and everything, because, the 2 months, like you said, 2 months is like 2 years. And someone asked us or made a comment, are y'all going to celebrate, every month on your anniversary? Yeah, we are. Each month is a milestone.
Do it.
And every month on the 22nd, yes, we celebrate. That's our anniversary. We made it another month.
Let me say this one thing. I apologize, bro.
Oh, no,
I want to try to cut you off. But when you said something about the children, let me say this to the women with the children.
Yes, please.
My wife had 4 children, 9, 8, 7, and 6. When I was in there with those children, I treated them like they were mine. Watch this. They brown skinned. I'm caramel light skinned brother. But her uncle saw me and said he treat them like they his own children, and they love him like that's their dad, because it's the way you talk to folks, it's the way you minister to people. And we have a great relationship. Me and the children would chase each other through the house, love each other, and treat them right. Wasn't no tricky stuff going on, no molestation, all that crazy crap. We talking about loving the children as children. I respect my daughters. I respect my sons. It's all about doing the right thing. There's somebody out there for you sisters with those children. Don't you hold your head down. It's a real man out there. Ain't no chumps. We talk about real men that will take you and love your children and won't hurt your children and won't hurt you.
And let me say this. The same thing that you were saying, the young lady, the ex had told her, that's the same thing that was told to me. So I know it's a demonic spirit that is trying to hinder her future and the children's future to be in the right place at the right time. They have a divine purpose. So whoever, the people that are on here, I just want to speak into your life and tell you that do not allow the enemy to block anything that the Most High has for you and your children. So because it was told to me, you're never going to be anything. You're never going to do, all this negative stuff. And I rebuked it. I rebuked it in Yahushua's name. I was not playing that mess. I know who I am. I know whose I am. And I know that my children have an amazing calling on their life. And so I just needed to make sure that I was positioning myself, even if it was a year or 2 years later, that I was positioning myself, preparing myself for my husband when he came looking for me. So I made sure that I stayed in a tight relationship with the Most High. I was very prayerful, and I didn't play no games. I ain't be going on no dates and all this stuff with different folks. No, keep to yourself. If you have children, learn and teach your children. all that different stuff.
Keep working out.
And just keep working out, keep taking care of yourself, keep loving on yourself, and keep those different people at bay. Because trust me when I tell you, the more you're trying to stay, righteous, the more the enemy know. He already know what you like. He gonna try to start sending people your way, and people will lie and talking about the Holy Spirit told me you my wife. I'm like, you and that devil is a lie.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to know you can't override your peace. You know what I'm saying? Sit in what Yah is telling you to. What I mean by that, when he give you peace, when he tell you to wait, stand still, wait and stand still. Do not be in a rush to be out here because you don't know what you getting these days. If you go out there ahead of the Most High, it's okay. I don't care if it's 5 years or 6 years. Some people have been single for 11, 12 years. But okay, so in that time frame of what are you going to do with you? How are you going to build your relationship with the Most High? Don't be so focused on the man, or if men in here, don't be so focused on the wife where you be like, well, when's she coming? When are you coming? When are you going to show up for yourself? Yes. You know what I'm saying? When are you going to take care of you? Prepare yourself so when that mate comes, y'all 100%, 100%. We don't believe in 50-50. What is that? We don't,
100.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I encourage y'all to keep going, to stand firm on the word of Yah, to, don't let people be in your ears. It's so many people that think they know it all. They don't. You got single women trying to tell, married women how to be married when they ain't never been married. Just like you trying to have people that don't have no kids trying to teach you how to be a mother and father. They don't know nothing about that.
Right.
And I don't care if they do have some. So all advice ain't good advice. Just like all money ain't good money.
Right.
So keep your business to yourself. We don't play that. We don't let people in our business like that. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are jealous. I don't know who it is, but somebody on here, you got somebody around you and they keep in your face, but they don't like you. I'm telling you right now, please be mindful of the company that you keep. And don't be sharing your plans, your ideas. You have to keep that to yourself because people will steal your ideas.
Wow.
So I'm telling you, watch your back. Don't walk in fear. The Most High got you. But I'm telling you, just be mindful of what you share, how you share, and the Most High will definitely continue to keep you covered.
Wow. Thank you for that.
Y'all deserve that support. And like I said, you're a young couple. Don't mean you're young in wisdom. You got plenty of wisdom. Both of y'all have wisdom.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as a young couple starting out, you need someone with you as a family and friends. Now, this is me. I don't take nobody's side. I'm not going to take your side, my brother. I'm not going to take your side, my sister. I take the side of right. And it ain't who's right, it's what's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You always remember that. It is not who's right, it's what's the right thing to do. So my sister could be right and the brother, you could be wrong. It ain't got nothing to do with him being wrong. It got something to do with, well, what's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
He might be hurting that day, he might be just frustrated. What's the right thing to do? Our sister just had to say, look, baby, I know I was right about this and you was upset about this. Let's just forgive each other and let's go on. And then it could be vice versa. She could be upset. He could be on the point. It ain't who's right. It's what's right. It's the right thing to do is get that marriage back on track again and go.
Right.
Yep.
That's the right thing to do. It ain't about no who, all that. Yeah, I'm better. I said that first. You should have listened to me. No. Sometimes you just got to back up and say, look, baby, I'm sorry. I said it wrong. Right. I know what I said was right, but I said it wrong.
Yeah.
I said it forcefully. I shouldn't have said it that way. And so and you just get it straight and go.
That's good. Yeah. Delivery is everything.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Delivery is everything because you could say something and if it comes out wrong, even if you may not even hear it wrong, have y'all had a situation where you're talking and you said something and the other one said, well, I don't like the way you said that to me, like really snappy. And you would say, I ain't say nothing snappy to you. You just tripping.
Right.
And I'm just like, yo, I'm telling you that it sounds snappy to me. Can you not, and so we have to really just sit back and be like, yo, okay, if you feel like I was snappy, then I need to make that right. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa, because the delivery I'm like, yo, you ain't got to talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, or he'll say the same. We always want to practice not be, mishandling each other anyways. But you can get upset about something, or things from your past can be a trigger for you. Like, for example, I went through all this abuse, right? Even as a kid, I went through all type of sexual and all kind of crazy abuse. And as I got older, I didn't realize that the man that I married in my first marriage was, it's almost like I married my abuse without knowing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sweetie. And so I was just like, I know I don't supposed to be living like this in my mind. Like, it was just so much stuff that was going on that the Most High had to heal me from. And one of the elders in the church at the time, this is when I was single. I had got out of the divorce, and I was just me and my babies. And I didn't have any transportation. So they have certain people that come by and pick you up. Well, he came by the house to pick me up, and he grabbed me. He grabbed my arm, and before I knew it, I had already short punched him and about knocked him out. And I was just like, he was like, wait, Sister Kim, why you hit me? I said, don't touch me like that. Don't grab me. Well, I thought you was gonna fall. I said, let me hit the ground. Don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that I was just like, yo, don't do that. And the Most High had to heal me. So what you say? I have a question. So yeah, he had to heal me from that. It was crazy. So okay, so hold on. Let me see if I can pull that down.
Says, how do you continue to date your spouse? We're both like two old people now.
Oh, that's awesome. So we have date nights.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some people may pick, it may work out for them. They can only pick like one day out of a week. We just choose to do it like every night. If you sit down eating and stuff like that, you can make it so special. You know what I'm saying? We
Y'all
love
just like
doing
us.
that. We love doing that. If you like, I'm a candle girl. Like, we love candles. You can get something like really simple, set the table. Like, I know how to do that. Like, if y'all want to get together, and I can come on here and teach you how to even set the table and make it simple, even with the things that you have at home, to make it so special for y'all. Pick out situations where, like, we love playing games, all kind of stuff like that. A lot of times people make it seem like that's not cool. That's cool.
Well,
that's cool.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what
You
happened.
don't always gotta go out and leave your house.
Right.
No,
Say it, bro. Say
You
it,
can do
man.
date nights in the house. Like, we have our favorite shows and movies we like to watch. We'll get it every night. Is what we do. We'll get in the kitchen and we'll cook together one night.
Yes.
Or, you know what I'm saying, something like that. We'll sit at the table, just turn some music on, just kind of just sit and talk. All kinds of stuff. It's all about what you make it and things that you do.
Well, let me say this right. When you said that, I want to add on to what you just said, what my wife said and what you just said. One thing you got to do when it comes down to date night, you got to get out of your own head.
Mm-hmm.
That means stop. You so used to a certain way, and you thinking, well, we don't did that, we don't did it. No, you got to get out of your own way. You got to say, hold up, I'm gonna do something totally different tonight. I'm gonna do something totally different. Let me stop by this store, pick up some food, and you tell your wife or you tell your husband, y'all say, look, we're gonna do something different tonight. We're not gonna sit in one room over here, you in this room. We're gonna sit down together, and we're gonna, as you stated, we're gonna watch a movie together. Let's pick a movie. And when you watch the movie, watch it holding hands, watch it sitting close to each other, watch it and talk to each other. And say, baby, whatever's funny right there, and laugh with each other.
That's
you
it.
Can't get. Sometimes people are so used to each other, it becomes like, this is boring. No, it's not. It's boring if you let it be boring.
Yes.
Really. And another thing you have to do every day, you have to speak life every day.
Yes.
You have to speak life every day.
Yes.
Now, I like what you said at first. You can't. Now, some days you won't have the time to just go speak that life because you're gonna be busy. That's what my sister said at the beginning, and I agree. Sometimes you got to say, look, if I can't speak life that day, you should have enough strength by now to speak life to yourself if I didn't get a chance to do it that day.
Yeah.
So you can't beat yourself up for what you didn't do years ago. You can't beat yourself up what you didn't do last month. Start today. Make today fresh.
Right.
And pick out the things that you guys like doing together. Ain't nobody else's business. Go shopping together. We'll go pick out our certain food. We got different things we want to try now. We about to do in different ways. Look, you got to get away. You got to get away. You got to get away. What do I mean? You don't have to go on no major vacation. Go get a local hotel room, you and your wife.
You just talked about that. A staycation.
Look at that. Go get a hotel room. It's a different scenery.
Yeah.
It's a different place. Have your food set up in the room. Have your candles in the room. Or if not a candle, just have something like an electric candle. You don't want to burn that down.
Oh, almost right.
Have an electric candle.
Make blow that out, baby. Blow that out. Our car on fire now.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? So you do what you have to do between you and your mate. Make that thing work. Make it romantic. Yeah. Somebody say intimacy is important. That's not a lie. You got to love each other, and you got to say, look, we're going to start over right here. I don't care if you've been married 30 years.
That's right.
If you asking that question, listen to me. Just say right now tonight, we're going to make a promise to each other.
Yes.
We're starting over tonight.
Yes.
From this day forward, I'm going to talk life. This is what we do every morning. Now, this is what we do. We speak life to each other every morning. Me, my wife, and my daughter, we'll pray together. We'll read together. And we speak life. I speak to my wife. I tell her who she is. I tell my daughter who she is. My wife speaks to me and my daughter. My daughter speaks to me and her mother. We just start speaking life into each other every day. It's not because we're better than nobody. We realize that the world ain't going to do it for us. The world is not going to do it.
That's right.
I'm going to do it myself as the man of my household. I'm going to speak over my wife. I'm going to speak over my daughter. And they turn around and speak over me. We have to keep that fire burning. I preached a long time ago at a marriage conference. You need to put some more logs on your fire. The deal is your logs already almost burnt out. You need to put some more logs on your fire so you can get that fire rekindled again, because you got a bunch of sparks now. There ain't no more fire because you done let stuff die. Put some more logs. That means do something different. Buy her a rose again. Buy her. You ain't got to buy all that expensive stuff. Buy her some of the candy she like. Buy it, put it in a basket. Do something different. Don't always do the same thing. It's like what y'all talking about. Do something different. Quit sitting around tomorrow. We ain't got nothing to do. Look, we get a board game called Trouble. And we called another couple in. Oh, yeah. We called another couple in from another place in Alabama. We all got together one Sunday. Man, let me tell you something right now. It was Sunday evening. We sat down and played that game. We were talking noise the whole night. And you talking about feeling good. He with his wife, ain't no words in his mind. I'm with my wife, ain't no words in my mind. And the same way with the wives, we all had fun. Right. We laughed. After that, we all watched the movie together. We ate a big meal together. And we just kept fellowshipping with each other and said, look, man, we got to keep doing this. And sometimes we go to their house, we paint together.
Yeah.
And we just sit down and paint. We do things that are different. We don't sit there and say, how we do. No, make it happen.
Yeah.
And I think you answered that. You hit on what she said after that, because after that it was, maybe it's me, maybe I just want to travel the world. And it's nothing wrong with traveling the world, like you said. Right. There's so much that you can do within the home. There's so much you can do within the city, going to parks, going to the grocery stores. Like everything that you do with your spouse should be considered like, okay, this is our time together. Because some people, we had a lady on here, I want to address what you said, sis. She said that one of her children is special need. We have a son with special needs, and it's so hard to find time for us, and it's hard to find people. Now I can't address that. Maybe you all can, but I definitely didn't want to skip over her response.
Well, go ahead, Kim.
Okay, so what I would like to say, now we dealt with people that have special needs children. We don't have any special needs children, but we've ministered to people like that, and they've had that same issue. And so we had told them, said, listen, the best thing to do, because your day probably be so busy taking care of the babies, your time would probably have to be after you have put them down, to bed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, if you're a single mom with your baby, or if you have a husband that helps you, but y'all have to kind of figure out a time that's going to best fit for you when your baby is asleep. You know what I'm saying? So, because you probably have so much going on, you're not going to have no time for yourself. And I know you're probably thinking, well, by that time you're probably worn out, all that, all that. And so I would encourage you to,
about adjustments.
really trying to figure out what works for you and adjusting that time. Your time could be getting an Epsom salt bath and just relaxing, playing some music, soft music, nothing loud, but just relaxing, just whatever works out for you. But I don't know, just let me know if that helps, but you just really have to figure out what helps, what works in your time frame, because we don't know what your schedule is. But like we said, we know we've helped other people, with that situation.
And that could be difficult.
Yeah, it could
I like to tell the truth with that, because
that's what
it
I
could
was
be,
saying.
oh yeah, you on time.
Yeah.
Everything you said was good. It can be very difficult dealing with that.
I'm married.
Okay.
I'm married, and it's
oh man,
and my son.
Woo! And stole my husband's love for me because she's so busy with the son. Look, that right there. Let me tell you something right now. That's a very difficult place. That's a hard place. Only the Most High can intervene on that. That's gonna be prayer.
Yeah.
For you, because in a moment like that, only the Most High can turn your husband. He's the only one that can turn him. He's the only one that can turn you. And I know it's got to be challenging. I know it's got to be challenging to you, and I know it's got to be a lot of discouragement, and there can be depression in that place.
Right.
But I'm gonna say, I'll pray.
Yeah, we're gonna pray with you
that the Most High gives you a miracle.
Yes.
Turn your husband, turn you, and turn that son.
Yeah.
Towards one another.
Right.
Yes.
Rekindle that fire in that relationship.
Yes.
And in that marriage, because this is a job for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ain't no job for no man right now. I don't have. I've always been like this in ministry. I don't tell lies to make you feel good.
Right.
I don't say stuff to make you feel like this. I'm gonna tell you right now, the best thing for me to do for you is pray.
Yes, we need to pray.
And I know the Most High answers my prayers.
Yes.
He answered my wife's prayers. Yes. We're going to believe for a powerful testimony.
Yes.
Because that's the only thing in this situation that's going to be fixed is from the Most High.
Yeah.
I give you good advice. I encourage you to keep going. Yes. I encourage you not to give up.
Right. Please
you got to stay encouraged.
Yeah.
You got to keep yourself going and build yourself up. Find some way to keep yourself moving. Whether exercising in the house, getting yourself, say, look, I'm gonna start exercising. I'm gonna start take my time. Don't go crazy with it. Get yourself moving and get yourself motivated. Because in the thing that you're facing, I haven't faced that before.
No.
I haven't faced that.
No.
I've dealt with people in the ministry that have faced that.
Right.
But you have to do something to keep yourself going.
Right.
You have to keep yourself motivated. You have to, and I know you have been. But and sometimes you just need someone like this beautiful couple right here to open up this platform and a word get to you like tonight that'll push you to your next destiny.
Yes.
Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Keep on keeping on and find something. Say, look, I'm going to start challenging myself. I'm going to start exercising.
Yes.
And that'll get a lot of the stress off of you. You can think clear. Sometimes it's just natural stuff. And I know the baby takes up a lot of time. It happens like that. I've seen people go through that. But I'm telling you, whatever time you find to get yourself going and turn your husband over to the Most High. Turn him over.
Yes.
Say I turn him over to you. He's in your hand. You got to fix this.
And I think also like,
go ahead.
Y'all have never been in that situation. We haven't either. But, I think just having kids in general, sometimes it can be tough trying to navigate and find space and time with your significant other. So, I feel like any moments that you can get with your husband, count them little windows as gains. Count them small little windows as wins. Like, if
That's right.
we 10 minutes with each other, babe, we got 10 minutes. Let's make the best of this 10 minutes, you know?
Yep.
And as you keep practicing and being, happy with those, I'm not going to say small, moments. If you get happy with those you can build on that. You can continue to grow. You can, okay, babe, we got 30 minutes today. If you get happy and can navigate in that space, it can help to improve, and you can start finding different windows to, move around and do certain things. So I know that's definitely tough, just hearing it and thinking about it. I know that situation is tough. So, and if you have any issues or you have any troubles, our inbox is open. We're always here to pray for you. If we can give any type of advice that we can, even if we're not actually skilled in that area, or have too much knowledge in it, we always here to offer a prayer to if you need it. So please feel free.
Yeah, absolutely. Us too. So I was just like I thought about I don't know if you had a chance to or been on my page, but anything that can encourage your heart, we take that and we hold on to it. And so I'm really serious about my ministry and song. And I just did a song that will bless you and anybody else that is going through something or needs to be encouraged about, a situation, or just keep going. So you get a chance to, look on there and then just, you so welcome, baby. Just play that song on repeat. Close your eyes and just play that song over and over and over. I think the name of the song is Every Mountain. And it's by Kurt Carr.
Oh, yeah.
And I every time I hear it, I will cry. Because a lot of people don't know what people deal with behind closed doors.
That's true.
We put our best face forward, but I love the fact that the Most High have led y'all to open this platform to be able to, have people to come on and share, because you don't know, somebody could have been like, tonight, that's it. I'm done. I don't want to live no more. You don't know what people's decision was. Exactly. But because y'all were obedient and the Most High told y'all, do this, open this platform, you don't even understand the impact that y'all are, that are in people's lives. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to say thank you for your obedience. Don't ever let nobody make y'all feel small in what you're doing, because people will quickly get jealous of what you're doing and make it seem like, oh, y'all ain't nobody because y'all ain't on no big platform with 5 point whatever millions. We don't care nothing about no numbers. If you can reach one, that's all that matters. You reach the ones that the Most High set aside for you. So I just say thank you for being obedient and for opening these doors, because that's going to bless your marriage. That's going to bless you individually, and that's going to bless y'all together as one, because the more you're obedient to the Most High, because you're not just blessing yourself, but you are blessing others. Y'all sowing seed, like my husband said, y'all planting seeds. And so those seeds are going to flourish. And then just know that because y'all doing right, that the enemy is going to try to come in between y'all. So I'm already warning y'all, don't worry about nothing. The Most High got you. Recognize when something attacking y'all family, you're going to be like, okay, hold up. Don't even attack each other. Say, okay, where is this attack coming from and why?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things that we had to learn over the years. And we recognize my husband always say, when you are doing the Most High work, the enemy is going to attack you in such a way, because he's not going to mess with the ones that he already got.
Yeah.
But he's sure going to come and attack the ones that are not, dealing with him like that. Mm-hmm. So, but I hope this has really helped you and bless you, baby. And I pray that the Most High, give you peace that surpasses all your understanding.
Yeah.
And that you rest in his peace, baby. No matter so what. Like Adrian said, any time, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 15 minutes, because that's what we do. Anytime that we, any little moments that we have, we seize those moments. My husband always says, seize the moment. You have to seize those moments. Just like that's what y'all walking in. Christina walking in there. She was like, listen, okay, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that. This is what's going on. Let's go ahead and do this right here. And they on one accord. And that's wonderful. Continue to do that. Continue to, just walk in that every day. And don't be so hard on yourself. Whoever that's for, don't be so hard on yourself.
Yes.
And forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. It's okay. Forgive yourself. Don't hold yourself hostage. And don't let people hold you hostage up here either.
Yes. I'm glad that you said that was for that well, you were speaking to us, but that was for us because the enemy will try to come in whenever he can, and his job is to still kill and destroy. And we almost weren't going to go live today because Babe woke up and he was just like, I'm not feeling today. And it wasn't anything. It's just like when you have those blah days. So I was like, well, baby, we don't have to go live tonight if you aren't feeling it. Because what I don't want to do is get on there and one of us has to fake anything. And it wasn't that anything happened. Yeah. It's just he woke up and that's how he felt. So, I know. Right. Like, well, I know it's going to get better, this, that, and the third. Like, he kept speaking, and I was like, it is, but I also don't want you to feel pressured to get on if that's not what we're supposed to do. And so I said that to say, if it seems like, because normally he wakes up and he's always on point. Like, he's the happy one. I'm the one who got to warm up in the mornings all the time. And so, today I was just like, when you said that, I was thinking like, if we hadn't went live today, we would not have met you all. And I feel like this live was just, like I said, and like, they've been saying in the comments, it was just so ordained for us to have this live and to be on here. Like, we've gained so much knowledge and we're all just so filled up. And like you said, so many people have been encouraged tonight from you all too. Like, that may have wanted to give up, that are going to keep going now. And it's just like, it's amazing to be like, wow, God, that's how you work. Like, we know that's how he works, but when he starts to work and when he does it, it's like we're still shocked because it's like, that's how you work, and it still amazes us because it really just is. And we're just starting. We haven't been going live, a lot, but this is our third time. But sometimes it's kind of discouraging because you don't know if people are going to get on. You don't know if what you're saying is resonating with people. You don't know if people even like it. When you come on live, you don't know if people are going to talk to you. Like I said, sometimes it's awkward when you waiting to see like, okay, am I talking to myself? But God always does something every live. He's always planted a seed in every live. He's always directed our path on what to talk about. He's always directed on our path on where to go with it. Whoever's on the live, we end up talking about some subject that resonates with them. And it's like, that's only him working. And and because this is what, like, I never thought, I'm gonna be passionate about talking about marriage because my marriages weren't good in the past. Like, I was one of those people that was like, I'm never getting married again. That was me. Ooh, and me too. I was just like, that's not for me. And it took this man right here and God, of course, but to help me bring my walls down, to open up to somebody, to be able to trust again, to know that, okay, I'm not taking you for granted. And now I do want to share that with everybody because it's like, God can do that for you. Like, don't think because you're single, like you said, for 7-8 years that it's not going to happen. Like, that's the time that God is working on you and he's working on that person. Who knows? Yes. sooner, me and him probably wouldn't have been right for each other then. It was when we met, like that timing was perfect. So I'm just like, when I tell y'all, they know how I get when I get passionate and I be feeling it, and I feel like I have chills all over, because I'm just like, this is how God works. Like, this is how it's supposed to be, or how it's going to be. And when he shows you a glimpse of what he's going to do, it's like,
Yes.
oh, okay, then, you know, like, yes.
Yeah, like when we first started, you know, our family page and stuff like that, like I knew it was going to have an impact, but I didn't realize how big it was going to be. Like I even tell her, like, I wanted to put like little cameras around the house, kind of almost like a TV show type deal, because, you know, not to show like we're better than anybody, but I wanted to give people a glimpse of what a real relationship looked like, a real marriage, like, you know, something healthy with a blended family. Because, you know, she had, you know, kids on the previous marriage. I had a daughter from a previous marriage, and we're blending our families together, hence the name, you know, United Family or whatever. And it's like, these lives, we want to go on and be real and create a real space. We're not on here faking and fronting. Like she said, this morning I woke up, don't even know where it came from, but I was not in the best of moods. It was like, you know how when it be like rainy outside and real gloomy, and you kind of like, I ain't really feeling the day. That's how I woke up, and it was sunny outside today. But for some reason, I just kind of was just in this mood and don't know where it came from. And she was saying we don't have to go live, and I was like, you know, I didn't say we didn't have to go. I said it's 8:13 right now. I said we don't go live till 9 o'clock. I said, you know, it'll change. You know, I said it's going to change, because I knew what these lives do, and I know that's like she said, each time we've went live, it's left an impact on somebody some kind of way. Even when we come in and have certain topics, somehow we'll start on one topic and we'll go way left field, but it always resonates with everybody. So I knew I had whatever was going on, I had to fix that, because we going live tonight at 9 o'clock. And yeah, this is, I definitely appreciate, you know, those words, because it's just motivation to keep going. Like,
well,
really want to come in and show people that is real, and it can happen for anybody.
Yes.
Well, y'all, it's gonna get big for y'all.
Yes.
You're gonna get a look. I don't know the size, I don't know the amount, but I know it's gonna grow. It's going to grow.
Yes.
Because you guys are very sincere. And when you're real sincere, a lot of times people can care less about the length of time you've been connected. Sometimes you just have to talk, and because you got wisdom. Y'all got wisdom on what y'all been through before. You got wisdom in life.
Right.
You know, y'all just saying, oh, 2 months, but no, it's more than 2 months. Y'all been through some stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's 2 months. Yeah. I understand that. But y'all have gone through some stuff, and that wisdom y'all have plays into what's going on in life today. Everybody need to hear that.
That's right.
Y'all got some stuff to say. Y'all have stuff to tell people. And I understand when you tell people about that too, but I'm telling you that too don't mean anything to folks when they want to hear that truth, because y'all telling the truth. And y'all telling it from your heart, and y'all saying it with passion and with love. Let me say it like Grandma said on the Clumps. I love relations.
Yeah, I love that. He said that man. Somebody commented and said that man want a reality show so bad. Me too, fam. I'm with you. Yeah, I do, because I want to touch as many people as I can. Want to show as many couples, you know, single people, like, you know, what it is. Like, this is a glimpse inside of something that's real. We don't get on here and fake. You know, what y'all see on this live, this is literally how we are every single day. Like I've said in previous lives before, she's the Gina to my Martin. Like, we are literally like best friend. Hey, chill. Now, chill. I can do nothing about your forehead. Now, chill. Now, chill. Right. You know what I'm saying? Talking about ears. I ain't say nothing about her forehead tonight. But you know, that's how we are. We literally like best friends. So I want to show people that real Black love is out here. Even in a world that's full of chaos and people being deceitful and all this kind of stuff, true, real love is out there for anybody. And I want all my people to experience it. So if we can get on and shed some light to that and bring in beautiful couples as yourself, you know, to also help and reach some people as well. This is what it's all about. And this just motivates us even more We're gonna keep going live. I don't care if we got 9
do it.
viewers or 9,000 viewers. We gonna
right.
we gonna touch those 9 people that we got. So those 9 people that's been in consistently for these 2 hours that we done been on, we appreciate y'all for real. We thank y'all.
Awesome.
What do you say is the key to a successful marriage?
Yes.
I just say being open, being honest, always communicate. Communication is definitely a big key. You know, like I said, being honest with one another, being open, being vulnerable. You know, you gotta always be, you know, quick to listen and hear and slow to act and react. You know, and just continue just to whatever you started out doing, and this is just philosophy that I have with me and her. Whatever we started out doing as a couple, that's what we continue to strive to do. We try not to lose sight of the small things. Like I'm always yearning for her, always trying to learn her, date her, all of that, you know. So, and y'all can chime in as well with y'all, please.
Man, what you said was powerful. I mean, only thing I'm gonna say is, don't try to change one another.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to change her. Don't try to change him.
Right.
But love them where they are, and love them for who they are. And don't. You really have to work on yourself first too.
Right.
You want a successful marriage? I'm working on myself first.
Right.
So by me working on me, as I stated earlier, it's going to help me be a better husband for my wife. I'm not trying to fix her. You know, no, I pray and I ask the Most High, look, this is what I want to see in my wife. It helps me. And she pray the same thing for me. No, don't try to change each other and all the rest. And listen what Adrian just said. Add that to what Adrian just said when I said, and don't try to fix one another. It's not going to work like that. Forgive each other.
I will also add, don't hold grudges.
How long we've been married?
We've been married 14 years. 15 years will be this November. But don't hold grudges. We had talked about earlier about, you know, forgive quickly. I mean, and really forgive. Don't be like, I forgive you, but you still fire hot, mad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Forgive quickly and talk things out. You know what I'm saying? But don't hold grudges. If you say you forgave somebody, really forgive them. Don't throw it back up in their face when you get mad, you know, and be like, well, you did this, and here you go again, and here you go. You're gonna make mistakes. But if you continue to, you know, speak life to each other. That's one of the things that my husband and I and our youngest daughter, we speak life to each other. Speak what you want to see.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I'll tell my husband, like him being a man, and he could, you know, say, you know, talk about this part. Do you think marriage is the same meaning in today's world?
Not really.
It don't, and that's why it's important
No.
because, like you said, you know, we only been 2 months, but that's literally like 2 years because marriage is not the same. You know, it's not the same no more.
No, a lot of people don't value the real meaning of marriage. They don't. They don't honor the Most High. They don't honor His word. They don't respect, you know, how He created marriage to be. You know, and so, but that takes you to respect the Most High and your marriage, because all this stuff outside, everybody's not gonna believe how you believe. Everybody's not gonna respect your marriage. But if you and your wife, y'all respect each other, y'all respect the Most High, respect your marriage, that's gonna make it work. You gotta work the marriage every day. You gotta work it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to say this too.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
Going back to what you were saying about the holding grudges and things like that. Another key to remember is, like going back to what we said earlier about delivery. Try not, when you having conversations, if it's disagreements or whatever, try to refrain from using the words like never or always. You know, you never do this, or you always doing this, or whatever. Try to find ways to say it without saying, or you never do this for me, or you always doing this. You know, that just, those words are definitely like trigger words. You know, that, especially because of man, you know, men have that ego. You know, you can go to a man and say, you never do this, or you never do this. And I'm always, you know, that can definitely make a heated situation or any type of disagreement. It definitely can shift the dynamic of that.
Good night.
You know, I know with her, different things that we work on doing. If she tells me something that she doesn't like, or I may have said something, that made her feel away or whatever, I don't say, well, if I made you feel like that, I apologize. I just flat out say, if you bring it to me, that means you felt that way. So I'm not going to say if. I say, well, babe, I apologize for making you feel that way. That wasn't my intention. Or different things like that. Some people feel like, they don't have to go that route and be like, well, I mean, I ain't mean it like that. So, it is what it is. Well, if I made you feel like that, my bad. No, if a person is bringing it to you, they felt that, something happened. So there's no if I'm telling you this is how I'm feeling.
What happened?
So just say, hey, I apologize. Let's move forward. Or what can I do to make it better for you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not because I feel like if you say, well, if I made you feel like that, I'm sorry. That's not taking ownership.
That's right.
Like you just kind of downplaying how the person feels, and she already know her opinions, her views, and everything. They matter. That's why I tell her to speak up. If she's feeling away, let's talk about it. Don't hold it in, because I created that space where she can open up and talk about anything, and that goes for whatever she's feeling. Even if we agree or disagree on it, she has that option to. She knows she's free to say whatever it is that she's feeling.
Right. And I think that kind of goes like when we had marriage counseling, she talked about being naked and unashamed in front of each other. Just like Adam and Eve were made and created in the garden with each other. They were naked and unashamed, unafraid of each other. They were open. So that basically means like we have to go back to how we were created. We weren't brought into the world with all of these stigmas, with all of these pre-thoughts in our heads. Like when you meet your partner, that person should be the person that you are open with. That should be your best friend. Like so many people are like, oh yeah, that's my husband, but I have a male best friend. For what? Because no, you're opening up the door, because that's start off. It might start off as platonic, but that's just giving somebody, and then you wonder how these people, you get emotionally attached to these people, or oh well, he knows how I feel. Well, that's because you told him instead of telling him. Like so this person right here should know everything about me. Like it shouldn't be nobody else on the face of this world other than probably my parents, because they raised me. But even as I'm growing and changing as an adult, they don't know what he knows. So this is the person who should know all about me, and I should know all about him. I shouldn't hear from somebody else, oh yeah, well, Adrian's not feeling well today. Well, how you know that?
Right.
Because if he's not feeling well, I know my husband ain't feeling well. So I'm looking at him like, how do they know you're not feeling well? You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, like I said, I just like that, just being naked in front of each other, unashamed.
That's right.
Like, you can trust that person with everything. So I think that plays a major part. And, a lot of people, like y'all said, it's about respecting the marriages, and it's just not there. And that's why we're on this platform, basically, to have a space where people can come and have healthy conversations about marriages. Like this isn't about shying away from it. We've already said that. We've already done that. I'm not getting married again. Okay, but now we are. So how do we move forward? So that's what we're all about on here.
Right.
So
you're doing an outstanding job.
Yes, we're so proud of y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have a question. I told my husband he can definitely answer this one, because it says men over raised in the 80s are emotionally ignorant, and that could play a major role in a marriage. Do you agree or disagree?
Y'all don't mind me answering that?
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Okay, that right there, I was telling my wife the other day, I said a lot of things we learned back in the 70s, in the 80s, and even the 90s, you can go to 2002. Pretty much a majority of men are very ignorant when it comes down to real relationships. Because most men out there, when I grew up, everybody wanted to be a player. Everybody wanted to be this. Everybody wanted to be that. No one took the time to learn and to study about what real relationship was all about. We were taught in the streets like, yeah, keep your real woman at the house, keep your girls in the streets. That's stupid stuff. Yeah, man, I got me one over here, got me one in the corner over here, got this one. So a lot of that stuff was very ignorant, and it is troubling. And now, coming in today's society, when the scripture says that knowledge has increased, it's so much knowledge out here, you can't afford to be ignorant no more. And people are not putting up with ignorance. Okay, people are saying, look, now I know we can do better than this, because that old way of thinking has to go out the door. You can't be still fooling around talking about, yeah, I got this woman, but I got a woman over here. I know people still do it, but that's not going to make that relationship stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And I know preachers, hear me, I'm going to say this. I know preachers saying, I can make your marriage better if you let me have sex with you. I know a preacher, I know this joker.
Yes.
He told women that, and he don't like me because I don't play that.
Yeah.
He told people that, but look at that foolishness. Look at the ignorance he brought over into the house.
Wow. Right.
Brought over into the house, the church, per se, where the assembly is, where people gather together to learn and want to grow. He brought this foolishness up in there and teaching people.
And some of the husbands agreed to this foolery, you know.
Yeah.
And so we know that because some of them left that ministry and came to us, and so you know we had to for years, teach them, and they had to unlearn stuff and really pray and intercede, and even like went on a fast, because you got soul ties. See, a lot of people don't talk about that stuff too, but even getting into relationships, like we had to make sure that all the soul ties was broken, gone, even before we came together, because you don't want to get with somebody and then you see old boy or old girl and you feeling something inside, and it ain't gas. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you feeling like that? You shouldn't be. And so we always tell people, listen, you ask the Most High to break those soul ties and not be, so you can have a healthy relationship. But like my husband was saying, you have people in powerful positions that are hurting people. They're giving them the wrong advice. And they are telling them, hey, it's okay if you let me sleep with your wife, I can make your marriage better. And these men, people still in ministry as of today over there with them that's doing that stuff. And we was just like, that's crazy. Like that doesn't make any sense. Or you have pastors that come up to single women and say, hey, I need to have you lay on the desk to what they say, I believe everyone has their right to their own opinions. Each religion has different views. Okay, well, I mean, and everybody got their own opinions, but at the end of the day, the Most High is going to judge according to his word. So it doesn't even matter what.
Well, I want to say something about that. About judging. Hold on for a minute. Don't judge them and say they wrong in what they believe in. Well, let me say this right here. Okay. According to the scripture, is not judging.
Right.
Is looking at a situation and judging based on the scriptures, and we have the right to judge righteously.
Right.
Not judging that individual. Now, when a man tell me he can fix somebody's marriage, that's not a belief system. That's a sin system.
Right.
That's what the Bible calls sin. That's an outright adulterous person trying to saying that he gonna fix somebody's marriage. Right. There's so much loose stuff out here today.
Yeah.
So much loose talk. So much. Oh, you're judging. Everything is judging when you tell the truth. Let me tell you something right now. I'm one of those people. I don't give a hoot what people think. The truth is the truth.
Right.
Right.
You can't make nobody marriage right. Tomorrow you're gonna fix somebody's wife and you're gonna fix somebody's husband.
Can't do that.
That's a bunch of garbage.
Yeah.
I call it what it is: garbage and trash. It ain't got nothing to do with judging. It got something to do with we don't let this world system done got so haywire. It's so much loose filth in the air. The spirit realm has opened up so wide that people are speaking abomination out of their mouth and don't even know what they're talking about.
Right.
So no, not when it comes down to true marriage. According to the scripture, I don't care what they believe.
Right.
They can have their own Bible, have their own way of thinking. I'm not agreeing with it.
Right.
And the Most High is not going to agree with it.
Right.
Because he destroyed people for doing wicked.
Right.
So I stick with what he says, not with what a man say or what a woman say.
Yeah.
I don't let that bother me. And what you guys are doing, hear me. This platform you own, keep this in mind. Infiltration gonna try to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People gonna try to infiltrate.
Yeah.
They're gonna try to drop baggages off. They're gonna try to drop things off so you guys could go off that way instead of going this way straight.
Yeah.
They're gonna want y'all to veer here. They're gonna want you to veer here and not keep it straight.
Yeah.
Being married means you got to keep it straight.
You gotta keep it straight.
Right.
It ain't no. I watched your husband a few minutes ago do something. I watched him cover you.
Yeah.
When you were leaning over, he left it up.
Mm-hmm.
Now a lot of people don't see stuff like that. I'm old school. I know stuff. I see it.
Yeah.
I watch him cover you and say, "Look, oh no, not today. You weren't doing anything wrong. You were just reaching over, as you know, like everybody do. Reach over, try to pick up stuff." He pulled up to the front. He said, "Not today," and blocked and covered you. That's how it's supposed to be.
That's what he'll do. Like,
I'm glad you peeped that, because I definitely,
you know, and also to keep in mind, you know, for the people on this live who are sitting in here, also I want y'all to keep in mind, you are in a live with people who believe in monogamous marriage. We are not open in here. We're not poly in here. People are able to have their own belief systems and opinions, but you are in a live where we believe two people become one through holy matrimony, through God. That's our belief in here. So if you come in here and ask us questions, you gonna hear about that. We're not gonna
talk about God now.
Right. And we're not judging other people or what they believe. Like, I love everybody through the love of God. But to me, that's what I believe. So that's what I'm going to talk about. That's what we're going to talk about. And we're all going to stay on one accord, because a house divided won't stand. So that's our foundation is solid. Awesome. So if you come in here and ask questions, and I'm not saying anybody's trying to be disrespectful with the questions, but if you come in here and ask questions, just know what type of live you're in before you ask them, because we're going to answer them based off of what we believe is true, and that's what we stand on, and we're not shaking from that. So and everybody in here knows us by now, and they've gotten to know this beautiful couple as well, and we're all on one accord. So we're not going to let the enemy come in and try to cause confusion. And I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm just speaking that in the atmosphere to let everybody know that that's not going to happen. So, you know, just keep that in mind.
She said what she said.
Period.
And it's, I speak the truth, but I speak the truth in love. So it's not hateful.
Yes.
It's
we're
not
just being real.
judgmental.
Just being real.
It's the truth. Yeah. It's in love.
Absolutely.
So, you know.
It's been a pleasure and an honor. And you know, this is wonderful ministry, and then there's ministry after ministry. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
now I feel like Jerome.
All right. Well, time to go. We love y'all. Time to go.
Huh?
I know, right? All right. See you later. Peace out.
Right.
We're going on 34th Street to make a miracle.
Right.
Right.
All right. Well, look, bless y'all. Everyone in the chat, we thank y'all.
Oh yeah, have a good one.
And we're gonna connect with y'all soon. So y'all have a wonderful night, okay?
Thank y'all so much. Looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. So
man, that was a powerful nightcap.
That was amazing.
Whew. I'm full. I don't know about you.
I am too. That was amazing. Thank y'all for staying on here with us, because we've been on for 2 hours and 48 minutes, and y'all are some troopers, and we love y'all.
Thank y'all.
We're so glad to have y'all as part of our family.